Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name's Cinderellimouse and today we're looking at the Sweet Slumber Party Kit, courtesy of the EA Creator Network, who did provide me with codes for the current kits. Jumping into it, I wanted to do something. Like, obviously it's a slumber party kit, so my first idea was kind of like, teenagers, maybe tweens, kind of very girly, painting nails and that sort of thing. But then I thought, you know what, why does it have to be girls only? Because the kit actually has stuff for the masculine frame as well. And then I thought, I kind of got a bit political, and I thought, thinking about safe spaces and thinking about a lot of the stuff that's going on with like discourse and kind of like binary genders, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna have a group of friends with all different kind of like sex, gender, sexual orientation, preferences, and they're gonna be best friends, this supportive group, and it's not about sex or gender, it's about the way that they're treating each other and that support network. So this is the Sweet Slumber Party Safe Space video, and I'm going to explain these Sims to you, and I absolutely love them. I'm so happy with how they've turned out. I love their friendship group, and I'm just so excited to share their little story with you today. So this kit's quite special because it's one of the first of two kits that are created kind of like with more input by the creators themselves rather than the Sims team. And this kit was created by a CC creator called, I'm going to say the name wrong and I'm so sorry, I'm going to call them Trilike. It might be Trilike, I'm not sure. I'm going to say Trilike, and I'm so sorry if I get that wrong. And I'm not sure about the pronouns. I did look on X, and they are female presenting, so I'm going to say she, her. Trilike, she, her. Also, if you are purchasing this kit, please do use her creator code, not mine, for this, because she deserves all the credit and for all the work that she's put in. So, jumping into it, I kind of love the idea. I kind of love the collaborations between the Sims team and actual content creators. As somebody who used to use a lot of CC, make mods in the past, that kind of support from the game that you love enough to make content for is really, really cool. So for Tiff, I wanted to give her a kind of like petite but curvy look. Obviously we don't have like actual height in the game, but I took inspiration from people like Sabrina Carpenter and her body shape, and also a dancer called Lexi Smith, who I've seen in Damiano David from Mainskin's Broken Heart video. I'll kind of put a little clip up on the screen so you know what I'm talking about, but that kind of like petite curvy body type, and I think she's really, really cute. I did want to give her kind of like a very, very girly look, and kind of almost a bit of a personality where she acts a little bit like a toddler. Like, she's still got some growing up to do. She's a very, very emotional person, and she needs a lot of emotional support, which is why she really relies on this friendship group. So I kind of used inspiration from people like Trisha Paytas, just a little bit, but also kind of like Regina George. So what I'm thinking for her is that because she is this emotional person and she needs these emotional support groups, like this network of friends that she really, really relies on, she's kind of almost like the glue or the hub that keeps this friendship group together. So she is a love bug, and I did consider giving her like the soulmate aspiration. Like, she's out there, she's looking for love, she's dating, but maybe she's dating all the wrong people. If you're going to be playing with these Sims, I think like Love Struck is going to be a really fun gameplay for this. But I went for leader of the pack. So her actual motivation is her friendship group. And so she goes out and she dates all these awful guys. She is straight, so I've given everybody like the romantic boundaries, the sexual orientation. She is exploring those, so who knows what's going to happen here. But she's going out, she's dating all these guys. They keep breaking her heart because she kind of like jumps in with two fins. We'll come back to that later. And she's just like gets her heart broken all the time, and then she like runs back to her friendship group, who like she expects to kind of like come from wherever they are to kind of like listen to a story and kind of gossip with her and kind of like get all those emotions out and like do a lot of self-care as well. I've really gone for like a self-care angle for this group of friends. She's not actually motivated by relationships and love and guys and dating. She's actually got the leader of the pack aspiration. She wants to be the leader of the best club in town, and this is her little club. She's also got the self-absorbed trait. She does kind of see herself as the center of the universe. Like, all her problems are like, you know, she's going to make mountains out of molehills. She really does get very wrapped up in her own emotions and a bit self-absorbed in that way. So she is a bit of a drama queen, and she's got some likes and preferences for activities like media production, acting, dancing, singing. She really wants to be famous, so she loves romance as well, hates video games. She just doesn't understand them. She hasn't got like that technical brain that can like love computer games. I feel like she'd love The Sims if she gave it a chance, but no. Yeah, she really does kind of like love being in the spotlight, and she loves that attention, and she kind of like craves validation in a way, and she's also got insider, so she's definitely flawed. She has a few toxic behaviors, a few toxic traits, but she's a brilliant friend. And you know, the idea of her being this kind of hub that kind of like, you know, other people gravitate around. You know, she is the Regina George of the group. She is the person who kind of like keeps everybody together, and I think that is actually a really strong characteristic for her. So a few other things that she's got then. She loves the colour pink, because of course she does. She loves affection, she loves compliments, but she really hates not feeling like she can trust people. So things like deception and malicious interactions, you know, pranks. Like, she doesn't want to feel like people are kind of like being mean to her or deceptive or like, you know, messing with her in any way. She loves gossiping. She loves learning about what's going on with her friends' lives. It's not always all about her. What else as well do we have here? And like, for what she's looking for with her friends, she doesn't like argumentative Sims. She's looking for support, but she does like people who, like her, operate on that kind of like emotional level. She likes funny, homebody, optimistic Sims, and she doesn't like rascals, but she does like to go out and have fun. I see this group as like living in a place like LA, like, and they go out and they party a lot and they have like a really vibrant social life, but then they kind of like come back to base, like, you know, maybe one of their apartments, and like, you know, they'll have like a detox day, they'll have a cleansing day, you know, they'll do that self-care, they'll do a bit of meditation and yoga and breath work, and they do that kind of like wellness side that comes after the partying. So her relationships though, like what she's looking for, she doesn't really know what's good for her. She really likes kind of like, you know, people that she would see on Instagram or like dating sites and be like, they're really hot. You know, people who are like charismatic, you know, good looking, bit of muscle. She also, like, again, she kind of looks for like taken on wealthy Sims as well. Basically, my idea for her is like, she actually kind of seeks out toxic relationships. She seeks out people that are going to be bad for her, because she almost like, you know, subconsciously is trying to self-sabotage these relationships so that she can have that kind of like emotional support from her friends afterwards. So yeah, definitely a little bit toxic. But let's have a look at some of her outfits. So this little baby doll dress, which is absolutely gorgeous, is from the new Sweet Slumber Party pack. I really love the kind of patterns and prints and the colours of this. Really, really cute. That kind of white one is so sweet looking. I do actually like the white on her, but she's gone for pink. She's a very, very girly girl. Let's zoom in a little bit here to her face, so you can see kind of like what I've done with her face here. She has a very kind of like baby girl, like almost toddler like face, and the big eyelashes and everything like that. I love these little kind of like stars. So I think these are kind of like the plasters that you put on spots if you have acne. I have acne, but I have to be really careful about what I put on my face, so I've never used these. But I think like if you get a big spot, you kind of like put these on your face overnight, and it kind of like shrinks the spot overnight. So I think that's like the intention of them. But they're so cute. You get like different patterns. I like this one because it kind of looks like, you know, guys who shave, like, but get a lot of like nicks or spots, you know, or ingrown hairs, like, because it's kind of like around where you'd get like the hairline. I think that'd be really good for guys as well. All these different options as well, depending on like where your pimples pop up that day, and like a lot of different colors too. I would have liked like maybe plain white or a couple more colors, but like they are cute. I really, really like those. So I've paired this up with this little kind of like childlike necklace from high school years, which I thought matched the colours really nicely. And this kind of updo hairstyle is just from Laundry Day, but I like the blue of the headband. So yeah, I think she's really adorable, really, really cute. I've also got this second swatch where I've used the Love Struck kind of like running mascara, because like this is when she's having a moment. This is when she's crying. Like, you know, this is when the stories start coming and people start opening up and getting emotional. So I've given her kind of like the two different looks of that version of the outfit. She's also got these really cute little shoes on. We do get 2 pairs of slippers with this pack, which I'm excited about because I feel like we didn't have enough slippers in the game. These are kind of like slip-on little fluffy things. They're so cute. I really like a lot of the options here, and I think they're very wearable. They're very realistic. You do see people wearing things like this like a lot in real life, so very, very cute. I kind of like that mixed colour one. Also, you do get some nails as well, some new nails in this pack. So there's these ones here with the little bow on, which again, very, very cute. I love like the little accessory, little diamante there as well. Again, I did go for kind of like more of the multicolour version for those. And there's also, excuse me, sorry, there's also these as well, which have all these different designs on. There's this kind of like cutesy little animal theme that goes through this pack. So you've got like the little actual animal faces, and then like some of the zebra prints and things like that. And then like this little kind of like almost like fire design on the tips. The strawberry ones are so cute. So yeah, these are really nice. These are nice to have, I think. But let's put those back on her because that's what I originally had on her. So yeah, this is her initial design. And she's also got, you can't really see with this outfit. Let me just switch to swimwear. Before I do, I've only done, because this is a sleepwear kit, I've only done their sleepwear so far. So the rest of their outfits I'm going to kind of do before I upload them to the gallery. But I wanted to get this video up with like reasonable time. I did want to give everybody like a body insecurity, and so because she kind of like put on a little bit of weight very quickly, you know, when she hit her teenage years, she does have a few stretch marks around kind of her bum and her hips, and she is a little bit insecure about that. Although she's very, very comfortable like with her size, you know, she does wish that her kind of like thighs were a little bit smoother. So that's her body insecurity. Because again, the idea is like, with this pack, I really wanted that feeling of like, you know, having that group of friends that like love you for who you are and they support you. And yes, they like to get dressed up, they like to do their makeup and kind of like have those makeover days and the cute slumber party stuff, but they also kind of like love each other for who they truly are. Like they are each other's emotional support network. So yeah, that's kind of her body insecurity. However, she is also a mermaid, because I don't know, I couldn't resist. So yeah, I decided, because she's such an emotional person, right, she's such a watery person, you can definitely see a little bit of Trisha Potatoes in her there. Yeah, because she's a really emotional person, I thought she has that kind of like watery mermaid energy, and yeah, I thought, why not why not have some fun with this? So she is my mermaid. Going back to her form then, so I called her Tiff because I was thinking about like Trisha Paytas, like Trish, and so I thought Tiffany suited her, and then Teach because I was kind of using Sabrina Carpenter as another inspiration, and I thought carpenter is a profession, and I thought, you know, Jesus was a carpenter because, you know, Trisha Paytas loves Jesus, and so I was like, Jesus is a carpenter, and you know, what's another profession that Jesus might have done? And I was like, well, he was a teacher, so she's Tiff Teach. That's how I came up with the name. So let's go through. So this is just her kind of like dribbly eye makeup, and then let's go to the next person actually. So going over now to Tiff's little brother, Jake Teach. I say little brother, they are technically the same age because they're both young adults. I've just made them in Cass, but I think of him as being her younger brother, maybe just like a year or two in between. Very, very close. Definitely kind of like grew up in a very supportive family together, and like Jake has always been a little bit of an emotional support system for his older sister Tiff, and kind of like really enjoyed hearing all the stories. So it's that older sibling thing of like, you know, like the older sibling is going to kind of like get into relationships first, they're going to get into dating first, they're going to go to high school first, and so all the kind of gossip, like she'd come home and tell him, and he'd kind of like, you know, really idolize her in that way. But now that he's older, he's kind of got his own little life going on. He's also very, very social. So he is a party animal. He really loves, like, you know, getting Tiff back on her feet and kind of like getting her back out of the house and getting her back on the horse and all that kind of thing. So he's going to be the one kind of like lining up the next party. He's also very good. He really has a big heart, and he wants to support the people around him. He loves his friends. He wants what's best for them. And he's just a very, very supportive person. He's nosy though, and he has got the neighborhood confidant aspiration. So he does want to play that kind of like supportive role. He wants to know all the gossip. He wants to know what's going on in his friends' lives. He is going to be the person, like first person on the phone after a date, asking how it went, you know, talking for hours, like through the night, you know, if someone's having like a bad time, like he is the first person that people are going to call. So I really, really love him. He is gay. He is only interested in men, and he's not exploring. And he's quite open in his relationships. Like, he's not super jealous. He's quite a party animal, so he does understand, like, sometimes people kind of like get him a bit flirty, but he does expect his partner, like, if he's woohooing people, he expects to be the only person that person's woohooing. Like, that's his only kind of like boundary. But he's not toxic. He is open to kind of like discussing kind of all the relationship jealousy aspects. So what else have I got going on for him? He loves just fun things. So he loves comedy, he loves mischief and mixology and photography. The mischief thing might like be a bit annoying to some other members of this group because a lot of them don't like mischief, but he's just very playful and kind of like, he likes to do kind of like pranks and jokes rather than anything that's particularly malicious. But like photography, mixology, again, he is very kind of like, you know, party Instagram live. So, you know, he's going to be taking photos of those nights out and posting them on Instagram or Simstagram in this case. He's going to be mixing the drinks, all that good stuff. They're all into wellness. This is kind of how they met, which I'm going to go into in a minute when I talk about another person. Colour, he likes blue. Conversation topics, he likes affection. They actually, a lot of them like complaints because it's like they want to be that shoulder to cry on. So they like, you know, hearing what people like, you know, they think it's healthy to kind of like vocalize when something's wrong. It's like, don't bottle it up, tell me what's wrong. You know, if you've got a problem with me, tell me, we'll talk about it. So they're very good like that, but they don't really like arguments. You know, they prefer supportive, understanding kind of interactions rather than kind of, you know, well, it's not my fault, it's your fault, kind of accusatory interactions. So they don't like arguments. Love compliments. He's quite a flirty friend, so he will kind of like flirt with his friends, but in a platonic way, if that makes any sense. Doesn't like malicious interactions. He's probably the youngest, most childish member of the group. He likes potty humor and pranks and silly behavior. Some of the others really don't like that, so he could definitely rub people up the wrong way just because he's such an outgoing person. I almost gave him cringe, but it kind of backed out of that. So if through gameplay cringe comes up as a potential trait that you can add, like, go for it. What else as well? He likes emotional decision makers, family motivated sims, funny sims, homebody sims, and spirited sims. When it comes to, a lot of them as well, like Tiff really likes pop music. He really likes pop music and S-pop music. A lot of them like pop music. What else as well? So when it comes to his dating life, again, he does like party animals, so he likes people who are good at drink making. He likes interpersonal sims with a sense of humor, but because he's good, he will not go to somebody if they are already taken. Like, he is not interested in like extramarital stuff. If someone's in a relationship, they're in a relationship. That's like his main rule. And characteristics then, so he likes egotistical, emotional decision makers. So he just really likes people who have a bit of a lustful life, like people who like have a big heart and kind of like, you know, feel a lot of things. Like he's there to live, you know. His romance style, he likes flirting, gift giving, and woohoo. Yeah, so, and then his outfit then. So he, like his sister, if I just go to his swimwear, again, I'm not doing swimwear outfit yet, so excuse whatever is going on with this. Let's get that top off a second. For his kind of like body insecurity, just like his sister, he is a bit prone to stretch marks. So he had a bit of a growth spurt and kind of got those stretch marks there. He is a little bit insecure about it. He is also a mermaid, so he's got that going for him. Going into his first outfit then, you do get a couple of really cute little kind of menswear sets in this kit. What I would say is the kit doesn't necessarily mix and match across the entire kit. Like the patterns are different, the colours are a little bit different, the textures are different, but it does come in sets. So while it's not like a complete mix and match kind of full kit, the items are very, very cute, and you're definitely going to find something to match, like in terms of like a top to match the bottoms and things like that. But like I say, they are sets. So this comes in a couple of different patterns. It comes in some plain options as well. Very, very cute. I kind of really like that item. Yeah, I kind of like the plainer ones. They kind of look a little bit kind of mid-century to me in this kind of plain colour. I really like those, but I've gone kind of like this kind of moon and clouds print for him, and then of course like the matching bottoms, and they do match like for like, so you can see they've got all the same colours on there that they have on the top, so they will match perfectly within it. But like you can say, if I show you these, like they don't necessarily match very well. Like they're sets. So I've just put the bunny slippers on for him. What I would say as well is that I think the pack is more directed towards women and the female frame, the feminine frame, than it is to men and the masculine frame, which I'll kind of talk about more as we go. But you can see that the slippers are not enabled for masculine. You're gonna have to untag masculine to see those, but they do work perfectly well on guys. I don't know why they're not tagged for masculine. I don't know if that's an oversight, because you know they're fine, like especially if you put like these, like you totally see a guy getting out of the pool, you know, on holiday, and like sticking his towel on and sticking his little, like they're kind of like towel textured slippers. So I don't know why you wouldn't have them enabled for guys. Yeah, do you know what, I'm actually gonna leave those on him. I like those. He's also got this really cute like blackhead strip, you know, like the pore cleansing strips. Again, I can't use a lot of these because my skin is so sensitive, but you get a few different options of those, you know, so I think that's a really cute option, and it comes in a lot of different colours as well, which again, just really nice. I think it would have been nice to have had like maybe like a couple of skin coloured texture options, you know, for people who maybe don't want to draw attention to the fact that they're wearing the strip, you know, quite so much. It would have been nice to have had a range of skin colour versions, but like very, very cute. I like the black one. I'm seeing people using like you know, a lot of these kind of like black plasters on TikTok at the moment, so that is a bit of a trend. I have as well, just to kind of touch on his makeup, I've given him light makeup. He's got some eyelashes on there, which I think just give him, he's got kind of smiley eyes, and I think it just kind of brings it out a little bit more. And he's also got like a lip gloss on as well, like a lip moisturizer, because that's kind of what he's got going on for him there. There's no new hair in the pack. The hair is from Horse Ranch, and I just think he's really, really cute. I think he's adorable. If I just go ahead and take off his little hang on guys, hang on a second. If I just go ahead and take that off, you can see he's got some cute little freckles there as well. And he's just, I think he's really sweet looking. He does look like a little boy. I did go for this kind of like, you know, no matter what their age is, I did want to give these two quite a young appearance, like, and a young kind of personality. So they've got that kind of baby face to go along with that, which I just think they're really sweet. While Tiff might be the glue that kind of holds this group together, she's kind of like the center, the sun that these other planets kind of rotate around. They all came together because they met through Safi in the first place. Now, Safi is a wellness guru. She is a kind of yoga instructor. So she does have the aspiration to be a Zen guru. And she really just wants to make the world a more natural, peaceful place. So she has things like Green Fiend, because I do imagine that she would be vegan, but she doesn't have to be. If you get the opportunity to add vegetarian through gameplay, absolutely go ahead and do that. We've recently had the Life and Death expansion pack, so I gave her macabre as well. The idea being, it's hard to explain my inspiration for her. Let me just zoom in on her face. I knew that I wanted to give her an Asian look, ideally Japanese or maybe Korean was what I was kind of thinking. So I kind of went for that. And then I kind of was thinking about people like Sophia Nygaard. So you know how Sophia Nygaard has like, she really likes black and she really likes things that are kind of like a bit macabre and witchy and gothic. And so I kind of wanted to bring that in for her, but also that kind of like Japanese kind of cutesy influence. So in the mix of kind of like Japanese cutesy kawaii with kind of like the more dark gothic vibe, which seems a bit like it maybe wouldn't suit her personality entirely, but I really like the look for her. And so yeah, so kind of like the idea of her being not necessarily macabre as such, but being very kind of like one with the universe, like accepting the death is something that happens, being quite a spiritual person, believing in life after death and reincarnation and that sort of thing is kind of what she's got going on with her kind of whole belief system and outlook in the world. You know, like she wants to leave the world better than she found it, that sort of thing. She's also loyal. You know, when she kind of makes friends, she wants to keep those friends. She's probably a Scorpio. They're all water signs, what can I say? And I decided as well, because I made the other two mermaids, that she was going to be a spellcaster. Just because she's got that kind of like witchy, kind of like pagan Earth Queen vibe. I kind of love it for her. So I did kind of like goth up or kawaii up this little bodysuit that came with this pack. You can see it comes in like really cute little colours. I really like this item. Both these kind of like baby doll dresses I think are really nice. The kind of slips. But I kind of really love this kind of black and pink, and like Blackpink as well, right? They're into S-pop, what can I say? I gave her these kind of like the socks with the little bat symbol as well. These are not from this pack. They're from, I think, probably vampires. But again, just to give it like a little bit more of a kind of witchy kawaii look. And then she's got like the, I think they're from Poolside Splash, these kind of like black slides, just because they look a bit slippery. And I wanted to kind of like not use the same items every single time. So a bit of a variation there. But I really like this look. I like how she turned out. She has this kind of like natural makeup look. She's very kind of like, this just kind of like pinkish glow to kind of her very pale complexion, which I think looks really pretty on her. She's got a little bit of eyelash stuff going on there, a little bit of lip gloss. I think she's super duper cute. Her kind of body insecurity is that she does have a lot of moles, but I think she looks really beautiful with them. If I just kind of like show you that. So she has got moles on her body as well. She's got them on her back and her chest. Again, I'm a very moly person, so I don't know, I call them beauty marks. I feel like she calls them beauty marks, but maybe it's something that she kind of has grown to love. I've called her Safi because, for two reasons. One, because I had a bit of an idea of like Sophia Nygaard in my head, so Safi, Saf. But also because I did make her a lesbian. She's interested in the ladies only. She's not exploring it romantically. She's only interested in women. And so like I wanted to kind of use Sappho, like the poet, as inspiration for her name as well. Matsui comes from, because she's macabre, I was thinking of that, like I haven't actually seen it, but I know of that film and TV show and kind of like cartoon series called Death Note. And so I was kind of looking at the characters in that kind of inspiration, and one of the actresses who plays one of the characters has the last name Matsui, so I was like, I like that, I'll use that. So yeah, that's her whole thing. So like I say, she does want to be a Zen guru, so of course she likes wellness, and again, this is how they all met, through her wellness classes. And I like how this has a benefit to every single character. So where Tiff can be very over emotional, you know, Saf can be there to kind of help her get, you know, do the meditation and the grounding and the breath work to kind of calm down her kind of like anxiety attacks, where like Jake is, he's just kind of doing the trendy stuff. Like I feel like Jake was the original one that joined Safi's class, and then he was like, oh, you know, you should meet my sister Tiff, like, and started dragging Tiff along to the wellness classes. And then I'll kind of talk more about the fourth character in a moment. But yeah, everybody benefits from Safi's kind of like contributions to the group, which is her interest in wellness and kind of like healthy living, healthy eating, you know, treat your body like a temple, that kind of thing. She's into things like photography and painting and cross stitch. I feel like that's her kind of like art style. Like she has an eye for the beauty in the world, and also kind of like traditional, you know, traditional kind of what would you say, like embroidery and things like that. You know, she would have been taught to kind of cross stitch as a child. She really doesn't like rocket science though, because it's like so bad for the environment if you have eco lifestyle. So that's kind of why I decided that she hates rocket scientists. She probably protests against it. Colours, she likes black and pink because of course. Conversation topics with friends, she likes, again, she likes to voice those complaints. She likes to hear people kind of like tell her what's wrong. She likes deep thoughts, and she likes gossip and small talk and stories, but she doesn't like deception or malicious interactions. Also, like some characteristics, what she likes in friends, she likes people who are hardworking, high energy, idealist, nature enthusiastic, and optimistic. She doesn't like pessimistic or rascals. So for her relationships though, she likes people who are healthy, who like nature. She likes people who like to get out of the house and kind of like explore the world and spend time in nature. She doesn't like engineering, again, because of the bad contributions to the environment. And she doesn't really like people who are like slackers because they're kind of lazy. They can't really keep up with how active she is. Characteristics, she doesn't like ambitionless Sims, but she does like ambitious Sims. She doesn't mind a bit of an argument from time to time because, again, she can be a little bit political. She does like to argue for the environment, so I figured, like, being a bit of a protester, she doesn't shy away from an argument like some of the others would. She doesn't like pessimistic Sims. She likes optimistic, nature enthusiastic, high energy, hardworking, idealist. So she probably spends a lot of time in Mount Komorebi, for example. I did give her a preference. I don't normally use kind of like the looks preferences for relationships, but I did give her a preference for blonde hair because I figured she's into kind of like the surfer, beach bum, hippie type. So that's kind of like a bit of an Achilles heel for her. Okay, what else as well? I think that's pretty much everything for Saf. So going over to Jenny Sterling. So Jenny Sterling was born a male. She has transitioned into a female. She does go by she, her pronouns. Her body insecurity is, of course, that she was born in a body that didn't feel right for her. She thinks of herself as being very, very feminine, and yeah, she has this kind of masculine frame. And so she's always trying to kind of like diet or slim down, but she kind of avoids anything that's kind of like going to build up muscle and kind of make her look more kind of like broad and masculine. So she has had quite a bit of surgery as well. She's had a bit of a BBL, like a baby BBL. She has had implants and some stuff to kind of like slim down her body, you know, shaving her jawline and things like this, because again, she does really, you know, she wants people to look at her and see a woman because that's how she feels within. And she's just such a lovely person. She's just such a lovely, caring, generous friend. I have given her generous as her personality type. You know, she wants to look after everybody. She's very, very capable. She's got things like overachiever and high maintenance. So she has those kind of like high ideals for herself. And because she's quite successful, she kind of wants to look after, you know, the people who look after her. She keeps her friends really, really close and she really, really values them. So, you know, if she can contribute in any sort of way, especially because she does well financially. I do see her as kind of like, let me just show you her likes and dislikes quickly. So for her activities, she loves baking and she loves cooking and she loves media production and photography. So I do see her and painting as well. So I do see her as kind of like running a bit of an Instagram account and being very successful with that. You know, maybe some kind of like baking accounts and taking pictures of the baking kind of for her Simstagram. And so having this kind of like quite decent business going, she is able to financially support her friends as well. So if anybody's a bit behind on rent, you know, she's quite happy to kind of like crowdsource and contribute in that way. I really like her. Like, I get so attached to my characters, but she doesn't like things like anything that's going to be very physically demanding. So anything like horse riding, fitness, kind of, when I say fitness, I'm thinking of things like lifting weights, bowling, she might break a nail, rock climbing, skiing, snowboarding. What I'm thinking with that is that anything that's kind of like high impact, because she's had a lot of surgery and she's had to do a lot of physical healing in her life, she has this kind of like natural aversion to anything that could like you know, be at risk to her body and, you know, her feeling physically safe. I feel like I'm going to cry talking about this. Like, I'm so invested in the storylines. So yeah, she kind of avoids things like that. It just makes her feel really uncomfortable and quite kind of physically afraid. So, you know, things like the wellness and kind of low impact and kind of like, you know, caring for your body in the way that Safi teaches works really well for her, because she wants to nurture her body, she wants to care for her body, she wants to love her body. And so that kind of gentle approach just works really, really well for her. And this is kind of how she found Safi in this friendship group. Also, just to kind of know, I was thinking about, because I kind of gave everybody else an occult, I was thinking about giving her an occult. Originally, I was thinking about vampire. I don't know, there was something about like perfectionist, high achiever, and vampire there. And then I was kind of thinking alien. And then I thought, hang on, I don't think that I'm gonna do that actually. I think I'm gonna have her be human, because I think, again, just to be a little bit political just for a hot second, I think there's been a lot of dehumanization of people who are transgender and who are perhaps from a what would you say, from a marginalized group. People from marginalized groups do tend to get demonized a lot politically at the moment, which I think is a really horrible thing. And I just really wanted to not do anything to say that she's not human. So I've left her as human, but if you want to give her an occult in your own game, you can go ahead and do that. I just didn't want to do it because it felt wrong for this video. Yeah, let's go into her likes and dislikes. So I've talked about that a little bit. She likes purple. She likes affection and compliments, and I'm going to actually put physical intimacy, like hugs and things on there. She really likes, you know, supportive friends. And again, she doesn't like things that are kind of like malicious or pranks, because I feel like she's had to deal with a lot of bullying in her life, so she sometimes feels a bit like these things are directed at her even if they're not, so it kind of makes her feel a bit uncomfortable. But she's very loving, very supportive, doesn't like arguments. She actually is the only one of this group that doesn't like complaints. Yeah, that may again cause a bit of friction. Just to kind of point out that with overachiever, it says that these Sims tend to raise their skills faster and are happy when they finish work tasks, but are a little harder to get along with as friends. So I took that, the little harder to get along with the friends, and I saw her as like the new person to this group. So you know, maybe she does feel like a little bit of an outsider still with this group. She's probably a little bit more mature than some of the others, and so there may be some friction there, but I wanted to kind of like see how that went through gameplay and see how they learn to support each other and kind of pick each other up and kind of accept each other for who they are. But yeah, just to say that she may be the one that finds it hardest to get along with people in this group. Again, I think that's just come from her past and kind of you know, feeling betrayed by people in the past and feeling like she's got to do everything on her own. And I'm so, like, I get so into my Sims storylines, they really become like real characters to me. So, okay, let's keep going. Yeah, I kind of did that. Same characteristics. Her thing, both for friends and relationships, is that she wants to be kind of like the mother of the group. She really wants to look after people in the way that she wants to be looked after. And so her fatal flaw is that she has that I can fix them. I can fix them. So she actually seeks out people who are going to be a little bit dependent on her. It's something that she's probably working through, but I do see it as a really positive quality that, you know, she looks for people that she can support. She looks for people that she can look after. So ambitionless, emotional decision makers, homebody, idealist. She doesn't like rascals. She doesn't like high energy Sims just because, like, again, the association with like gyms and bros and that kind of like muscle building environment just doesn't work for her. She's had bad experiences with it. But you can see here as well with like the characteristics of what she's looking for romantically are quite similar. She's not looking for like hardworking people, and she actually doesn't mind people who are kind of a bit messy or a bit lazy. She actually does really want to like look after people, basically. She is a bit I can fix them. Her relationships as well, she's very independent. I see her as maybe being a bit of an Aquarius. Not that all Aquariuses are exactly like this, but it's a trait of the sign. She's got Paragon Partner, which means that she wants to have successful relationships with 2 or more Sims. Again, she is kind of almost protective of her independence, and so she does want to have very deep and meaningful relationships with people, but she doesn't want people to be like clingy to her. She wants to kind of support people but not have people be dependent on her. I don't know, it made sense in my head when I was kind of like designing her. So yeah, she's gonna have a couple of deep and meaningful relationships, but she's very choosy. She doesn't just go out with anyone. And so some of the choices I made for her, like she's got this really girly set on. So I really love this top. It's super duper cute. I love that it looks a little bit silky. This is going to be one of the things that I use on my own Sims quite a lot, especially these kind of like almost like knickers, like these pajama bottoms. They kind of have this like knicker style. I love how kind of like girly this set is, how frilly it is. It looks really nice on her, and so I think she feels really nice when she wears things like this. I imagine it feels really good against her skin as well. You know, being someone who's had like a lot of physical trauma, like having things that feel nice against her skin, like is something that she really particularly enjoys. And so going to her hands, like she's got these really cute new nails on that come with this kit. I love the little bow, again, super girly, which I just feel like she'd be so into. I've also given her things like delicate jewelry, so she's got this kind of delicate watch. Again, anything that I could do to kind of like make her feel more feminine, more delicate, I've absolutely done. She has got the masculine frame, so you know, like this kind of like it actually looks a bit chunky when I like zoom into it, but I don't know, I like the way this necklace fits on her. She's got kind of like the tendrils of hair coming down, and I think she's really pretty. I can't wait to get her in my own game. I think she's really gorgeous. She's got such like kind eyes as well. She's got like, you look at those eyes and they are the eyes of a friend who loves you. And like really soft lips as well. Again, I feel like she's had a little bit of surgery, so anything that she could do to kind of like shave down her jaw or her nose and then kind of like make her lips look fuller, she has kind of invested in those things. Yeah, and then she's kind of got like the perfect eyebrows as well. Like I wish I had her eyebrow game, but I don't. And she's got like very light makeup on as well. So she's got this one that came, I think it was like patched to the base game. This one here, no sorry, it came with Love Struck. And so just kind of show you, it kind of like slims out the face a little bit, so I thought that was really lovely on her. I kind of want to use that on her. So yeah, I think she's really pretty, and I love her. I'd have her as a friend, absolutely, 100%. So the first look that I've showed you is kind of like the dressy up look. So this is kind of like the part of the slumber party where they're doing each other's hair, they're doing each other's makeup, everybody's like, they're doing each other's nails, everybody's feeling really like girly and flirty and fabulous. And the second look is more like, right, it's bedtime now, I want to get comfortable. So this kind of almost fuddy-duddy looking kind of nightie is like, I've used this on Tiff, and I think it looks really cute because it does kind of make her look a bit like a toddler, which was the kind of the imagery that I was kind of going for. This kind of like big baby, like she's a big baby kind of look. And so being super cutesy, and like the style of that, like her choosing these things for her outfits is part of her saying to the world, I need looking after, I need caring for. Yes, please do treat me like a child, do treat me like a toddler, because I don't feel like a grown-up, right? So symbolically through her clothing, she's kind of like signaling this to the world. Unfortunately, it does mean that people take advantage of her a lot and her kind of like sweet, kind of naive nature. But again, just kind of like that is who she is. So yeah, this outfit with like the cute bunnies, I think this would be really nice as well. Like if you're playing with older Sims, it is kind of like a bit of a granny outfit. You know, if you're kind of using things like cottage living and that kind of like cottage core, I think it could work really well with that. And kind of like historical. Look at the unicorns. Oh, I didn't see that one earlier. I love that. So yeah, just super duper cute. I really love that on her. And then these socks as well, which have everything has this kind of like, well, not everything, but there's a few things that have this kind of like toweling or like fluffy texture to it, and so you get these like really warm kind of winter long socks which just look like they would be so snuggly. Like basically I need this entire pack right now because it's gone so cold in the UK. Literally we were meant to have like a centimetre of snow yesterday. We didn't see it here, but probably up in the hills it's been snowing, so it has gone really cold. And it's like, you know, electricity bills are expensive, so I'm wearing kind of like, I've got a fluffy thing on now recording this like a fluffy top, so like wearing the kind of like fluffy bed clothes, like, oh yes, please give it all to me. So yeah, that is kind of what she has got going on for her bedtime outfit. Going over to Saf. Saf's kind of like sleepwear is this really, really silky, beautiful, like almost like, what would you call it, like almost designer feeling, like high-end pajama set with all these like little tiny bows on them. The bows look like they are part of the fabric rather than kind of stitched on, but that is cute, that is okay. You get this kind of like stitched detailing along the cuffs and the what would you call that, the seams, which I think is really, really cute too. Yeah, really, really cute little set there. And it comes in a lot of different colors. They all have the little bows on. There's no like plain version, but you get like your black and your white and things like that as well. Some of the colours look a tiny bit off to me if I was going to be very, very, very picky. But I think you've got most of the colours that you could expect to see there. And yeah, I kind of like this kind of grey colour. So she also has these really cute socks on. So yeah, this comes in like the top and the bottom. Like I said, there's a lot of like sets in this pack. But if I just take the pants off for a quick second, you can also see these really cute socks. I love the socks. Like this is one of my favourite items. You get like the little animal face socks. They're so cute. I love them. I kind of want them in real life. The little cute ginger cats, and then some like stripy owls and things like that. That looks like the Duolingo owl to me, which, okay, it's quite funny. But I just gave her these kind of like black cat socks to fit with her slightly goth personality, and that's her whole thing. She also has like the kind of like mask on as well. So I do see her as using a lot of spa day, you know, like the meditation, the yoga, the wellness aspects of spa day. And something that they did when they updated spa day was they added some extra kind of like face masks. So I feel like she would use that a lot. You know, things like as well, like the aromatherapy baths and the massage table. So if you're looking for a pack for her, like she is so spa day, which is one of my favorite packs, to be honest. And again, I don't use my creator code for this. Use Trilikes, I'm so sorry, Trilikes creator code, because obviously they must have worked so hard on this pack, so they deserve, if you're buying anything, like send it their way. But yeah, I really, really could see kind of Spa Day being a great complementary pack for this cast set if you're looking for more of that kind of like slumber party theme. Also, if you're looking for more slumber party stuff, Growing Together actually came with slumber parties and sleepovers as kind of like a party, an event. So sleeping bags and things like that as well. So yeah, go and check out those packs if you're interested in more of this theme. And yeah, send any creator code stuff to the creator of this kit. Yeah, that's kind of what she's got going on with her. Going over to Jake. Jake's kind of like cozy wear, like cozy sleepwear is this little set. So again, it does perfectly mix and match. Like it is a set, it's like top and bottom, so all the swatches match. You get some really cute designs, again with the unicorn, a little pumpkin guy there, freezer bunny. They're just so cute. This little watermelon design is really fun as well. And it does have this kind of like fluffy, like fleecy texture, which I love. So I did just give them, like, because I went for kind of like the plain options, I used like 2 different colours, but I think it works. Again, the slippers are not enabled for masculine frames, but you can just take off the tag if you want to access them. I really love like the little ears on these. I think they're super duper cute. Also, he has had his nails done. He kind of like, yeah, he definitely enjoyed getting his nails done. He's got this kind of really cute strawberry design on there as well. So yeah, he's just adorable. He looks so snuggly. He does look like he'd give really good hugs. Maybe he's a Pisces. Like, I'm gonna say Tiff is a Cancerian, Safi is Scorpio, Jake is Pisces, and Jenny is Aquarius. So you've got the 3 water signs and the honorary water sign there as well. If you want to kind of do star sign stuff with them, that's how I would play it. So yeah, and then going over to Jenny. Now this is where I'm gonna pull up a few of my like less positive points of the pack here. So going over to Jenny's kind of like bedtime outfit, I do find that I struggled to kind of find the feminine options to fit the masculine frame. Like, they don't fit great. If I just kind of go over here and kind of show you what I mean. So there's a couple of tops, but I don't know what that is doing to Jenny's boobs, but that's not very flattering. This one doesn't look too bad, but it doesn't look quite right. It looks a bit off. I did quite like that one, but like going over here as well, you've also got this, which just doesn't look great on her. It just doesn't look right on her. It looks great on, like, if I just go over to Tiff, just to kind of like show you what this looks like on a more typically feminine frame. Looks great on Tiff. Like, really, really adorable. Like, she looks so cute and snuggly. Like, honestly, I just kind of want to hug her. So this outfit isn't bad. It looks great on a female frame. It's just that it doesn't translate over to the masculine frame very well, unfortunately. Because for Jenny's preferences, they've got a masculine frame, but their preference is for feminine clothing. So that's why it's showing up for her. So yeah, it just doesn't... That looks kind of okay, but again, like, the boobs maybe look a bit weird on that. That looks fine. That looks fine. But I just wanted to kind of show you, to make you aware if that is something that would be a concern for you. If you do make a lot of non-binary or gender fluid sims, that some of them look a bit off. What I would say is that if you are looking for more sleepwear options for non-binary sims or gender fluid sims, just go to what's the other kit that's for sleepwear? Yeah, just maybe get the Simpsons collection instead if you're looking for more non-binary or gender fluid options, because I think maybe these fit a little bit better. Just to kind of like show you, like, that one is like stunning. I really, really like that one for her. So yeah, just to kind of like show you that if that was something that you were choosing the kit based on, I think I would recommend Cinderellimouse collection more. But if you're looking for, you know, more sleepwear in general, Sweet Slumber Party and Cinderellimouse collection together, I think work great. Just kind of shout out that there is another sleepwear kit there. Okay, so going back to her sleepwear outfit then, so you do get this really cute little outfit here with all these really lovely designs on it. I kind of love the white. I think it's just very, very cute. You can see some of the options that she has there. I did go for purple for her. Purple is her favourite colour, and so that kind of like cute one with the flowers, and then like the little bow detail is very, very girly pack. I would say you're going to get a lot more for the girlies than you are for the guys in this pack, just saying. If you are looking for more, like particularly if you're looking for more stuff for the guys, I think like Cinderellimouse is probably a better choice for you. If you're looking for really girly stuff, then Sweet Slumber Party works really well. But yeah, if you're looking for stuff for masculine frames, I think Cinderellimouse is more recommended for me than Sweet Slumber Party, if that's what you want. But if you're looking for like the really cozy stuff, like the winter night stuff, like absolutely this pack is great. I really, really love this as well. It reminds me of like Master Suite stuff. Do you remember for the Sims 2 Master Suite stuff and LGR's video where he's like, where the people are walking around and like walking up and down stairs, but they're completely blindfolded? I thought that was so funny. So I think it's really fun to have this back, and I love like the little eyelashes on it, you know, like I think that's really cute. I definitely think Jenny would 100% have this. Again, I feel like Jenny's quite a stressed person, being kind of like an overachiever. They've got overachiever and high maintenance. High maintenance actually does require hang on, where is high maintenance? Where's it gone? I don't see it. There. Okay, so high maintenance does actually use wellness. It's kind of like wellness is you know, advised for high maintenance sims. Yeah, I say overachiever and then she's got a basketball. I'm like, no, don't use the basketball. So yeah, I can't remember what I was saying. I don't know what I was saying. Like, I feel like Jenny is quite a stressed person. Like, I feel like Jenny gets a lot of migraines and like headaches and tension headaches. So like being able to just like black out the world and just have a really good night's sleep is something she really, really values. And so yeah, I really love that on her. And then there's really cute little fluffy slippers as well. So I think I've kind of shown everything off that comes with the pack so far, and I'll get these Sims kind of finished off. I'll kind of like do the rest of their outfits because currently I've only really done sleepwear for them, and I'll get them up on the gallery. Like, honestly, I say that, but then when I was trying to upload my stuff from Life and Death to the gallery was not cooperating. I kept on getting like a gallery error, like a server error, and so it took me about a week and a half to actually get everything up onto the gallery for you guys. So please bear with me if I have any trouble with it again, but I will get these Sims finished off as quickly as I can and get them on the gallery. So thank you very much for everybody for sticking with me so long into this video. I am pleased to say that I do have a giveaway code for this pack, courtesy of the EA Creator Network. I'm going to put it on the screen right now. So courtesy of the EA Creator Network, I do have a giveaway code for the Sweet Slumber Party Kit. So thank you very much to them. I love doing these giveaways for you guys because I know not everybody can afford the kits when they first come out. So if you've watched the video this far and you are excited to get this kit and you get this code, congratulations. Of course, do check with a parent or guardian if you're not 18 before you kind of claim this, but it is first come first serve. So whoever gets to the EA app, it is a code for the PC guys, by the way, whoever gets to the EA app first and puts in the code and redeems it, you are going to be the proud owner of this kit. So congratulations to you and consolation to everybody else. But the creators do a lot of giveaways, so do watch out for the creators on Twitter or X. And if you're not into using Twitter or X at the moment, I totally understand. A lot of Sims creators have moved over to Blue Sky now, Blue Sky Social. So go on Blue Sky Social, follow a lot of the EA Creator Network members, and you will see people running giveaways for the packs. That is my top tip for you guys. So yeah, again, thank you to EA. Good luck to you guys, and yeah, that's it. I'm gonna kind of call the video there. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you love this kit. I think it's really cute. I'm definitely gonna use these items all the time, and I've really been craving more kind of like athletic wear, sleepwear, swimwear. So to get another sleepwear kit, I'm very, very excited about that. And I think it has a very different feel to Simtimates, because Simtimates is a little bit more, maybe a little bit, actually, do you know what, they complement each other really well, because you've got with Sweet Slumber Party, you've got some kind of like sexy, kind of like silky stuff going on, but you've also got like the cuddly comfort outfits, and I kind of love that. So like, thank you so much to the creator. I'm going to say Try Likey because you've done a great job. And also go and check out Try Likey's whole like Patreon and like all the work that they've been doing, because I had a quick scan and their CC looks absolutely amazing, like really good quality, really nice like wearable items. I'm trying not to use too much CC myself at the moment, just because I do a lot of like reviews and kind of I put a lot of stuff on the gallery, and so I find if I have too much CC, like that it muddies the waters a bit. So as somebody in the creator network, I try not to do that at the moment, but if you guys are looking for more content, like go and support them. You can sign up to their Patreon, get stuff early, or just wait for their stuff to go free. And you know, I love modders and CC creators, like being one myself in the past. Like, support your local content creators, use creator codes, all that good stuff. I'm gonna go. Have a good week, take care of your faces, and I will see you again soon. Bye friends.